Born in Limuru, a normal child, Wagio Njoroge's story is of inspiration and triumph.
Growing up, you grew up as a normal child.
Yeah.
Fast forward 2006, this young girl's life took a turn when a pimple on her back turned into a hunchback.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it. Yeah.
This new change brought excruciating mental and emotional torture, as Wagio will be bullied and stigmatized in school.
So she used to imitate how you're limping.
Yeah.
In the search for her identity, this young lady has defied all odds to live a full, happy life and even be a well-established photographer in her hometown.
Coming up next.
He noticed the limping. Then he's like, oh my god. And he said that no, we can't go with you anywhere.
Oh my god.
Imagine he was just left there.
Do you consider yourself disabled?
When this thing started growing, when the hump started growing and your body started changing, what are some of the things that you went through? Did you go through bullying? Did you go through people trying to take advantage of you?
When I joined Form 1 in this school somewhere in India, the school, things were happening within me and things around me. And at this moment, that's when I met somebody who was really getting into my nerves. And this guy, he was my teacher. Yeah. And at times, I won't get into details, but maybe I can say juju. I remember that at one point, when I share this story, some people who are in the same class, they can remember. At one time, he spanked me.
What do you mean by he spanked you? Did you mean
spanking, like actual
he spanked you like in a disciplinary manner, or he spanked you in a sexual manner?
In a sexual manner. You know, and when these things are happening to you, I got, okay, obvious. At that moment, you know, I thought, there's something wrong with me, or there's, I don't know how to even mention it. How do I say it? Because when I get into school, the adolescence is happening, and there's this thing that is you're battling with, and now you come to here to school, the people that are supposed to be protective of you, they're the ones who are
taking advantage
of you. The teacher would not even hide it.
He'll do it in public.
Yeah, because the spanking happened when we were in the lab. At one time, there are things that he did. Let me not. Off camera, I can't mention them. But him playing with my face and starting talking sexual language to me, it wasn't respectful for me.
Did you feel that he was harassing you because it was a normal thing for him? Or do you think that he was harassing you because he felt that you were vulnerable?
Okay, at that moment, I cannot be able to say quite well what was really happening in his mind, you know, that kind of feeling. But at that moment, for me, I felt, you think I'm very naive and vulnerable. Because when you tell him, whatever you did is wrong, he'll just laugh
and just... When did you forgive? How did you forgive the people that had hurt you?
My left leg, it was shorter. How many inches? I think maybe a half or 1 inch
shorter than your other foot.
Yeah, the other foot. So for me, when I'm walking, some people will say like it's a new changing style.
Oh, unaringa.
Unaringa, you know, and those things.
Really?
Yeah, for this lady, that's what she thought, and she came to report to my mom. I'm like, oh my god, seriously, you know. Now here in secondary school, for the boys, this one time I remember, this guy came to me, unadhani umekatiwa, mimi ni mrembo, you know, like everything. I thought, you know, okay, not even thinking, I know I'm beautiful. Come on. But this guy, he came to me, he's like, nimeangukia. But now, I was seated and when he mentioned, you know, hi, how are you? I used to lie about my name. I never used to mention my English name to tell people, share that name a lot with people. So I could hide and say, name Georgina. Because I'm Regina, my English name is Regina. So when people come and ask me, you know, I thought it happens to many people. You just lie to the closest Georgina, Virginia, we
You
love
round
those.
it off.
Yeah, round it
The
off.
nearest sexy name.
Yeah. So for this guy, hi, Komrambo, what? Unajua, like now when a guy come and katias you, the next thing that you have to do, maybe you take a walk around school and all those things.
Yeah.
But when I stood up, the guy was like,
Oh no, he had not realized that you
By
had
then
a
when
hump.
I'm-
So when you stood up is when he saw the hump.
limping. The limping.
Oh, the
that's-
limping is the
that-
first thing.
He noticed the limping. Then he's like, oh my god. He said that no, we can't go with you anywhere.
Oh my god.
Imagine he was just left there.
Pole.
I was
As
like,
is hard. So have you ever been taken advantage of in any other way?
in any other way. I
Yes.
remember also another guy, we were supposed to open a business with him, and because of the benefits that you get with people with disability, those cards, I have that card, by the way. It's stored somewhere.
Do you consider yourself disabled?
No, I don't. By the way, I used to have I used to argue with my dad a lot because of that. When he told me, Wagio, I was advised you need to go to those offices and collect your card. And I'm like, Dad, no, but I'm not. He said, Wagio, you need to go for it because that's what's required by the law. They say those things when you're joining campus, when you're joining, or I think
there are some places you have to take. Do you have any form of disability?
Yeah.
So you have to. Most times we just leave it. You're like,
yeah, but for
don't.
me, because it was visible, they were like, you need to have that card, and they recommended because there are some benefits that you get with that card when the right protocols are followed and when there is no corruption in between, because our country, they even cater for school fees for people with
disability.
Yeah, when you open a business, there are some person with disability, there are some taxes they are exempted.
So
the
there
are so
a
many
bit lenient with you if you're disabled.
Yeah, when I'm importing things from other countries, they are very lenient. But come on, me.
You don't consider yourself as disabled, but you have to have the card because it
just in
is
case.
required by
the law
it's
and all
required
those
by
things.
law. So you try to set up a business with someone and
for him, Kumbe, his thinking was not the business per se, but how he's going to benefit from
he was looking at the benefits of being associated with you.
Because he knows when you're importing things, it's I think cars and I don't know what other things. There are some things I didn't go do the research, but I know the most sought after thing is the car vehicles.
Yeah.
When I'm importing vehicles, there are some taxes that you're exempted on all those things. So he thought, wow, I know this
What
are
a
good.
golden chance.
Yeah, it's a golden chance.
Let's talk about winning the cards you're dealt. Let's talk about how you found forgiveness and acceptance and strength.
Like I mentioned about that guy and that lady that God had placed in my life, I asked myself, what kind of life again would you want?
And it wasn't a lonely life.
Yeah, it wasn't a lonely life. By then, that's the moment I started hanging out with people.
When did you forgive? How did you forgive the people that had hurt you?
It didn't come then. I accepted my condition. I don't love saying it's a condition.
As a condition, but after you accepted yourself.
Yes. The forgiveness didn't come at that moment because I still felt I'm dealing with things, but there are still things within me, because I could at some moment I could really my anger issues. I could have anger issues, by the way. I could shout at people. I could call names and do all this crazy stuff to people, which is wrong, by the way, and I'm really sorry because of the people I hurt at that moment, because
you were hurting people because you're also
already hurt. They say hurt people hurt others,
and you're reflecting your anger and your bitterness on others.
And it wasn't right for me to do. Yeah, that's something that cannot be justified,
It's true.
But when I noticed, like, people are saying, okay, you have anger issues. At some point, by the way, I was called Stony.
Stoneface.
Yeah, Stoneface.
Not Stony as in these days you have to be very particular because you have to be direct. What do I actually mean?
Because sometimes I say my former nickname was Stony, and people are like,
you used to
smoke weed every day.
no, By
not stoned.
stoned.
As in
Stony.
You learned to forgive eventually
Yeah.
by accepting yourself.
Accepting myself.
So it was acceptance that brought forth forgiveness.
Very true. Acceptance. Then later on, I had to go through some therapy.
Okay, you accepted yourself. You finished uni.
Yeah.
So now you are working as a photographer. You feel beautiful, something that you did not feel before.
Yeah.
You used to feel different and not like as beautiful as the other people around you. But now you feel beautiful, you feel great. Let's talk about being fearfully and wonderfully made and the fear of God. Let's talk about how the fear of God has changed your life, because I realized I follow you and I see the things that you do. You're always on missions to give food and provide for people who are less advantaged or disadvantaged. So let's talk about being fearfully and wonderfully made.
Wow.
What can you tell someone? I want you to look at this camera. This is your camera. So what can you tell someone that is going through rejection, is going through not being accepted, not feeling like they belong somewhere? What kind, or someone that just is different? Doesn't matter whether it's a man or a woman.
Yes. Like you mentioned, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. Firm believer in Jesus Christ. Way then it wasn't the same. It wasn't the case, you know. But what I can tell somebody who is going through rejection, bullying, or going any form of how do I say difficult time, or not feeling like you love yourself, you know. I don't know. Like I said, comparison really changed something within me. But what I can tell you to do is start speaking positive things to yourself. And also another thing I found very helpful to me, I started noticing which are my weaknesses and which are my strengths. And do I want to magnify my weaknesses or do I want to magnify my strengths? That thing has really worked miracles for me, because the moment I started realizing my strengths, you know what I said, Wagio, yes, we are going to work on these weaknesses, but let me show
my strength.
Yeah, let me show my strength to the world. Even though, we are in the day and age of social media, and we only show the good side of about our life. And
no one is going through a hard time.
No. But in Instagram, there's no one who's going through a hard time.
Winning.
But the truth of the matter is, every one of us, there's something that we are going through. There are battles that we are fighting with right now. Know what to tell yourself. What are you really telling yourself?
So you should tell yourself positive things. You should look at yourself in a positive way. Everything, your whole outlook about yourself is what is the most important thing.
Very true.
That is the most important thing.
Say really good things about yourself. Yeah.
Well, that's it. Learn to say positive things about yourself. Learn to accept yourself. Learn to look at yourself in a very good manner, and to think highly of yourself, to carry yourself in high regard. And that is the best way to accept yourself.
Very true.
And to be your true highest self. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Wagio, for coming. I'm so happy to have you.
I'm happy too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.